So here we have the Adidas Bad Bunny Gazelle Indoor, and this is the Benito colorway, which is the white and black colorway. And the sneakers themselves are originally released in 1979, so the Gazelle Indoors are quite an old silhouette. And it was also apparently inspired by the handball Special. And what makes these different to the other sneakers is it has I suppose, a leather upper, and then also the outsole is a translucent gum sole, so that's what the major differences are. And obviously it's got a different type of grip versus the handball Special and the standard Gazelle. And it was, like I said, because it's of name of it is a Gazelle Indoor. It's one of those sneakers that's been basically produced for indoor activities, sports activities. So with the details, it comes in a core white, core black, and gum colorway. And these have a drop-in insole, so you can sort of see that here. It's one of those ones where it gives you that you get two different versions. So you get a really thick one, which I've put in already, which I prefer, and then you also get the sort of standard ones that you'd probably see in most sort of GR versions, maybe slightly more premium now. But that's what's included within the box, and so you can sort of see, and it's still sort of contoured and shaped to your foot, but it's just quite sort of standard really, and quite sort of thin and flimsy as well, I guess. And just another note as well, it does include like this little bag as well, a little paper bag. And the sneaker's got no tech in this really, so it's got like a gum cupsole. So, and like I said, the insole itself fits within inside that. And it's pretty much made up of all leather upper. The material feels really nice and sort of soft on foot. And then it's got this really brushy suede. Very much, I suppose a staple for Bad Bunny. And the price for these is £120. So with the comfort and sizing, I feel these are on the medium to firm side. And basically, the reason I say that is even though it's got a really sort of more soft insole than usual, it's quite similar to the Gazelle clock pair that I reviewed. And it's got the same sort of insole as that, and it's quite sort of thick, but still, because of the outsole being quite sort of low to the ground, it's still very much on sort of medium to firm side. The soft and squishiness is mainly from the insole, but I would say that would bottom out, in my eyes after a little while. And I, think true to size does work on these. However, if you're putting in this sort of thicker insole, which is what I did, I mean, I prefer having more comfort. But if you're putting in this thicker insole, I would maybe look towards going up half size on these. And my toe on these, even though I went up half size, they come to about here. And usually Gazelle Indoors run long, not so much thick. But this one is slightly different in terms of the way this one's shaped compared to other Gazelle Indoors is slightly wider, and I think that's to do with the double tongue that's been put in there, so which is a good thing, especially because I have a wide foot, so I much prefer that. But like I said, you can go true to size if you're using the standard insole. And like I said, there's no wearing time because of the fact that this one's like a wider than a standard Gazelle Indoor. So for that reason, I find them pretty much neutral and quite sort of comfortable on foot, and you get quite a lot of padding around the collar as well. So, and then the front feels quite sort of forgiving, and this leather quality feels really nice, and you can probably see that when I sort of indent it in, it kind of springs back slowly, which I feel like I'm not an expert on leather quality, but it feels quite sort of thick and quite sort of soft as well at the same time. But it feels nice on foot. And I'd say this has got a standard grip really. It's very much in this sort of 70s mould. I don't expect it to be amazing, but hopefully it does the job. So with the look and style, I mean, it's got the classic Adidas original type of styling really. So it's much like any other slimline Adidas trainers of the sort of 60s 70s type look. However, with the Bad Bunny collab, it's one of those ones where he's had quite a bit of influence over this particular pair and done his usual kind of thing and changed it up quite a lot in my opinion, because I think some of the other collabs can be quite sort of lazy. I did like the clock one that came out recently, and then this one I think has elevated the Gazelle Indoor to another level. And you got this sort of really thin material going around this on the bottom part of the toe guard area going around the sneaker, which is kind of almost like this beigey colour, which is really nice. And it's, even though it's like a kind of textile material, almost feels sort of corduroy to the touch. And then you've got the the ankle collar, which is quite thick, and then you have like the standard double tongue, which is a Bad Bunny special. thing really, and it seems to be, he likes his double tongue similar to Sakai. And then also you've got the furry suede on the front, so and also the toe box having that sort of split look to it, which is not really classical Adidas, but he's been allowed to sort of change it up a bit. And then, which I'm not a fan of too much, you get the sizing tag on the back, and these are good for spring summer. So for me, it's one of those ones where it's good to wear sort of spring summertime, and don't get me wrong, you can wear these in winter, but they will, I feel, wear out quite quickly because of they're quite sort of thin on the ground, and also getting them dirty and that kind of stuff. I mean, I've one of those sort of, I suppose, sneakers that you can pretty much rock them any time, but I think spring summertime, because of the white colourway, feels quite nice for these, and they're quite sort of lightweight. And these ones definitely you can wear smart casual. Like I said, Bad Bunny just has these elevated looks to his sneakers where I feel a lot of the ones that he's released, apart from maybe the Response, that you can kind of wear them in a smart casual setting, almost going towards suit territory. So they're very cool, very sort of sleek, and like I said, very sort of smart looking as well at the same time, but also can be dressed down. And it comes with these white rope laces, which is really nice. They're quite long actually, that's the only other thing I was going to say. But there's no reason why you couldn't put in a white or a black pair. So with the final thoughts, I do like the fact that they're quite sort of lightweight, and not to anyone's surprise, because indoors are usually quite sort of lightweight anyway. And I do like the twisted shaped toe box. It's one of those ones where Bad Bunny's done his thing. I'd like to know the explanation as to why he did that, or whether it was just an aesthetic thing. And then also same for the double tongue. Why pretty much all his sneakers featured a double tongue. And then you get choice of insoles, so I do like that. There's an extra pair in there which are on the thicker side, the ones that I put in, but there's also the standard ones if people don't get on with the thicker ones, and prefer it to be even more firm on foot. And the materials, I think, overall, it's a good quality for the price as well. So for £120, material quality is nice, and the overall design and the box as well, it's quite, very premium in my eyes, and you get the little bag with it as well. I think the cons, the comfort, I think I'm going to put that down as maybe a con, because at the end of the day, I'm not sure how long that comfort will last for, because it's one of those sneakers that, because it comes with these drop-in insoles, I don't know how quickly they bottom out. And these ones feel quite sort of thick and premium, but I'm just on the sort of side of caution on that one. And also the sizing tag, I don't think anyone's really been a fan of having this sizing tag on the heel, and it just feels a bit odd. It's like again, I'd like to know the explanation behind it, but it's one of those things where probably doesn't need to sort of show what I'm wearing. So with the look and style, I'll give it a 5 out of 5. For a Gazelle indoor, I think he's done a good job on this and changed it just enough, and still keeps its original flavour, but at the same time it gives it that sort of Bad Bunny twist. And the comfort, I'm going to give it a 4. I think it's one of those ones where it's pretty comfortable on foot, but I wouldn't say it's amazing. It's one of those ones where, because of the insole itself, it feels quite sort of nice on foot at the moment. And the quality, I'm going to give that 5. Like I said, the materials and the overall box presentation, and Bad Bunny, collabs usually have good storytelling or good sort of presentation all in all, and and also in terms of pricing as well, sort of value for money. So for £120 compared to some of the other collabs that are out there, I've always found the Bad Bunny ones to be sort of reasonably priced. And don't get me wrong, some of the sneakers that he's released don't have much tech in there, but the overall design, execution and the materials are sort of top notch. And that's why overall I give the score a 5 out of 5. I think it's another one of those Bad Bunny really cool sneakers, and definitely worth checking out if you interested in it. And they seem to be going quite reasonably priced on the resale market as well, so if you missed out, then that's a good alternative, especially at the moment.